Hey y'all, coming at you with another video. I wanted to quickly explain to you what oracle cards are in a little more detail and show you the oracle deck that I first began with and I still use 8 years later. Um, the definition of oracle, I looked it up on Webster's dictionary for all my wordy word friends. Oracle is a person, such as a priestess, through whom a god was believed to speak, consulting an oracle, or the place, such as a shrine, where people went to ask questions for an oracle. And then the third definition is an answer or message given by an oracle. So the oracle itself is someone who is channeling spirit, channeling the divine and giving messages and information. So to think of an oracle card, it's more of an affirmation of what the oracle's already feeling and seeing. Your intuition, what your intuition is feeding to you and channeling, then you use the cards to further your understanding or to affirm what you already were believing to be true. So that's what I use my cards for, my oracle cards for. So the first deck I got is actually one that my first teacher had. And I took by her example because, one, I trust her, still do trust her, 8 years later. And these were very simple cards to read and non-threatening to where I was at in my comfortability of leaning into spirituality, because I was not ready for tarot cards. I was still in the belief that they were, dark energy, or quite frankly, that they were going to lead me to hell. That was my belief. So I was like, let me see what these cards are all about. And once she had showed me and given me so many messages from these cards, I'm like, there's nothing in them that are like damning or bad, or I'm not understanding why I can't look at these. So I want to show you guys this deck. I'm going to try to remember or look up the name of it so you guys can look too. But these are literally these little heart cards. And it's funny, when I picked up this deck today, the first card that was on there was intuition, because that's what we're working on, right? But yeah, this one just talks about your intuition, telling you to trust it. This one's talking about dreams, telling you to trust your dreams. Gratitude. What else we got? I'm just flipping through like randomly. Telling you to have patience. An invitation to ask your guardian angels to come in. Compassion. So I'm like looking through these cards and I'm like, what are bad about these? Like, why are these off limits? I don't understand why. Telling me I'm a star, telling me how to love, talking about, look, like the loved one says, negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow your healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose, and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. Like all these things were so creativity, all these things are so just beautiful. And there's prayers in here too. Prayers that you can read, talking to your guardian angels, letting go of self-criticism, all these positive, beautiful messages. And so this was easy for me to make this purchase and not feel guilty about. And so I started using them, and I would shuffle them, which if you get a new deck, make sure you cleanse it first. What I do is either use Florida water, I'll smudge with sage, or I will get like a spray type of smudging spray. Or you can even, when I'm on the go, like I'll just knock on them, just to clear out the energy and really focus, like clearing out any stagnant energy that was in it from like a last reading or anything like that. So when you first get your deck, make sure that you cleanse it and kind of bless it in a way, saying like, this is my deck that I'm dedicating for spirit to communicate with me through. And you could just do that quickly in your head. And then after that, then I'll just shuffle and close my eyes and be like, okay, spirit, like what reaffirming messages have you been trying to tell me that my hard-headed self is not listening to or opening up to? And I'll simply, like, let's just do it right now. So, spirit, What reaffirming messages do you want us to know right now while we are listening to this video about oracle cards? And I kind of just will keep going through until I feel one that feels good in my hand. And once I know that Spirit is trying to tell me, then I will take that one. And compassion. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing that you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your negative perceptions. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. And that is so true, because as I was sitting here making this video, before I pressed play, you know, I was questioning myself, like, am I ready to do this? Does anybody actually want to watch this? Like, does it need to be all fancy editing? You know, all of those things were going through my head. So getting this message definitely hits home, and it's just that easy. And I used to pull like one card a day, or just whenever I felt like it, or if I was feeling a little stressed, just pull a card and read it and feel it and embody it and thank Spirit for it. So thank you, Spirit, for that message. And that's all it is to oracle cards. Not scary at all. There's all different kinds of decks. I'll do another video where I show some of my decks I have that have actual booklets with them that you know, look at the card, it'll have a number coordinated to it, and then you look and you have a further explanation of that card, a more in-depth explanation, which I really love too, especially when I'm doing a reading for somebody else and we're trying to figure out something, and there's more context than just, you know, just one little card here. So that's just a quick little intro to that. That's what oracle cards are. Every oracle deck I have similar things where, yeah, even if it is a message that digs a little deeper, it's never anything negative, never like you're gonna die, or, you know, be aware of all the people around you, or anything that's gonna be harmful to you. Every message I have, while it might make you have to dig into your emotions or realize some things, or it puts some things in the forefront that maybe we've been trying to push back, it's all messages that are leading to healing and love and light, period. So that's my little rant right there on oracle cards. And again, saying that these are amazing tools, amazing tools that are at our fingertips, and they're not that expensive too. You can go on Amazon and find really cheap decks. You really can. I don't recommend buying them already used. I feel like I need to say that. Now, if you were given a deck from a teacher that you trust, that's fine, but don't buy decks from like random strangers that have used them. I just don't feel good about that. With secondhand things, that it can hold energy and intentions in them, and we'll talk about that in another video. But if you want to purchase your first oracle deck, the one I have here, I definitely recommend. But yeah, you can get them through a teacher that you already have and trust, or buy new. Okay, so yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. More to come.